Let's fly under the radar.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We had a week off. It was good. Today, my main focus of discussion is I don't think Trump has COVID.
Don't blame you to think that.
I don't think so.
Because the whole thing is so full of lies
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah.
why this would be absolutely
Yeah,
true?
I'm going to be a knucklehead here and jump off on a limb and say, you know how they've got their little strategic team and they go wear a red tie because it looks aggressive, wear a blue
Yes.
one because it's neutral. I think someone's like, you know what would be cool, Mr. Trump? Is if you got COVID, because then you can look like the people who are suffering from COVID, so you can be everyday man. And then we can take you into the hospital and bring you out 2 days later, and then you can walk around and say, hey, I beat COVID and everything is fine. And then make everyone else who believes in COVID feel stupid and help the redneck people who love you think that, yes, we were right. And then probably start more riots or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. That's what I'm thinking. And also, it allows him to somehow maybe garner some sympathy votes. I don't know. I'm just a knucklehead, but I'm just saying, I feel like
I thought about
he
it.
lies about shit all the time. So
Everything you're saying now, that was the first part. Straight away, I called bullshit. Straight away, I said, that's bullshit.
yeah,
He doesn't have COVID.
yeah,
Then, I saw that breeding
yeah.
thing.
But that's
and
probably because he's fat.
Maybe. There's a few stairs. You're fat, you're old, you're probably a bit nervous as well, like I guess, I don't know.
I don't know.
And then,
You never
because
know.
sometimes it happened to me, like I go to the train station, I climb the stairs, and I'm a bit more out of breath than I think I should be. So
That's
it's
probably,
almost,
that's probably winter time.
sometimes, sometimes it can happen.
Yeah.
But the question is, if it is a plot and he was planning this, do you think it actually works or it backfired?
That's a tough one. I think it worked for people who believe in Trump. I think it worked. I do, because he's gonna come out and people are just gonna say our president went through this big disease that stopped the nation, and he did just fine.
I was quite active reading on Twitter and everything that he's been saying in the past, saying it is what it is. I prefer soldiers that don't get caught.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Everything that comes back. So that's why I have a feeling it's almost like it backfired in a sense where some people wrote, I prefer a president who don't get COVID.
Yeah.
To make up for the McCain story.
Yeah.
When he got sick, people wrote, "It is what it is."
Yeah.
You don't care, so we're
it's
not
for all
going
the
to care
dickhead
more.
things is done.
So, but yes, for the, like you said, the redneck with the Americans with at the end, the coming up the stairs with the lighting.
Yeah. Our God has arrived.
He was breathing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was someone who,
Yeah.
yes, fucking USA.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, absolutely. And you saw all those people standing outside of the hospital when he was driving by, waving at them.
Oh my God.
And then there was a Vietnamese Jewish lady who came with some kind of religious thing to pray for Trump. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I've never cared about like the Prime Minister of Australia long enough to go line up.
You know what it feels like? It's like a bad movie that with no ending and it keeps going and you're like 3 hours and the movie keeps going. It's like a bad movie that with no ending.
It is fucked up and hilarious at the same time.
Yes.
I technically don't want Trump to leave office because he gives everyone on TV material.
I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
Will he ever leave the office? Because even when he'll be gone, will he be gone? In a sense where, whatever power that he has now, because there's so many hurdles before passing a law or changing things up. So we know that the president is more there for the morality to keep people together than actually do things. It's more the people at the back that we don't see that do this.
Yeah.
Okay, so even if he's not sitting in the White House with his Twitter account where he tweets and tweets all the time, even if he's not sitting in the main seat, I
Yeah.
think he's just going to be there, and I'm not sure if he's going to go
away entirely.
away. So he's always going to win. Whoever get the job next, if it's not him, he's still going to be there.
Oh, for fucking 8
till
years.
he dies.
For 8 years that Obama was on that seat,
He was yapping.
he undermined this guy
Oh, yeah.
every day almost.
He was yapping.
Yeah, and then when he got in, he did exactly the same things and kind of a little bit worse. Chances are, if he doesn't win, he will go on Twitter and just keep saying, "See, I could have done this better, could have done that better. If you guys had voted me in." If he wins, we'll just all pretend all the shit that he does didn't happen.
Yes.
It's like it's you know how to say catch-22 in between a rock and a hard place. This is in between a hard place and a hard place.
They're fucked and fucked.
Yeah.
You know, either
You're damned
way.
if you do, if you're damned if you
Yeah,
don't.
that's right.
I mean,
It's a very strange time, and it affects everyone.
Yeah.
The stock market,
Yeah.
you see that.
Yeah.
He got COVID, went down. He came back. He came back out. He went back up.
Yeah.
You know, it's so emotional.
Yeah.
If there is a power that he has, it's really the power to control the market. It's so emotional.
He almost seems like one of the most powerful presidents that ever existed, in a very, very dumb way. Yeah, like he's been the most impactful, whether good or bad.
Yes.
No one's ever talked about. No one's ever cared about politics more than we do now because of him.
Right, the amount of bullshit that he produces every day is relentless. I don't know what he's on, what fucking like he must be on the drip of V or of Red Bull or something.
Yeah.
Because there's so much shit every day that you forget 3 days ago the shit he was saying that didn't make sense.
It's fucking
That's
smart
why.
marketing.
That's right. I swarm you with bullshit, with stupidities that just too much for you to process, and
Like-
then.
If they said Trump sexually assaulted a woman today, right, just when you're about to go, I'm outraged. He kicked a baby. When? Like 2 minutes ago.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He kicked a baby. And then he's forgotten this one already. He's just that. I don't know if it's a team or just him by himself, but wherever he is, I think he's.
Can you imagine if it was not even voluntary? This, so he's just a complete dickhead that just cannot stop himself.
It's just a colossal.
See, it's not like a master plan.
Yeah,
It's just like every day,
a series of unfortunate events that just lead up to something. That would be impressive.
There are things that obviously that he does voluntarily. For example, when he speaks, always positive.
Yeah.
He makes extra efforts. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful. It'll be great.
Yeah.
We've done more things than we ever done before.
Yeah.
He's always saying nice things, and so that's one thing that eventually it plays in. I guess it plays in the mind of the dumbass.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. These days, he reminds me of a car salesman. Like whatever he says, I just go backwards a little bit more. Like just we've cured, like we have tremendous blah blah. It's like no, you don't.
The thing is that kind of self talk is important. Like for example, I think I told you in the past when I used to compete, jiu-jitsu was consumed by fear. So I was telling myself, even though I don't believe it, all nice things, you can do it. You train hard, you're ready, just to convince your brain. But it's on the individual level, like on social level, the prison. Man, you're bullshitting us, man. we can see.
I could almost say, I will say, in a couple of years, regardless of how we feel about Trump, I feel people should study Trump because he has the power of persuasion, just like Hitler did.
Yes.
So I feel like that's something to study in regards to sales. Like you keep thinking, how do you get away with this? But he just does right in front of you. And then at some point now I'm thinking, maybe I just hate him because I think it's fashion.
The thing is, those people who, like you said, Hitler and Trump, whoever become influential somehow, they just push the envelope so much more than anybody else would. And then that's and I guess that gets the attention.
I didn't feel that same way about Obama when he was ruling them.
You didn't?
I didn't. Not like I didn't even care about what he was doing or what he wasn't doing.
I think he was inspirational though, like and yes, you've done some terrible things. There's some say I'm not sure if it's a fact, but he killed more people than
Did
anybody
Obama
else.
do terrible things, or because he's getting paid $400,000 a year, or the people who advise him and all the other people who run the entire America behind the scenes
that
do
could be.
because there's no way they're letting some black dude come in there and make all these calls. He's just the person who has to take the fucking blame.
Yes, that's right.
So when people say
and make the sell on those calls, why we're doing this, and this is why I want to do this, but try to sell it.
Yeah, and for a black guy, like I'm sure he's well aware that he's black. He just knows there's some shit I cannot get away with. So he would have had to play according to what his masters are saying. Yes, I use the word masters and it sounds like slavery, but in some ways, in America, I don't know. It seems as though like white people at the top there are still masters, and so black people at the bottom. I hate to say the word, but yes, you know what I mean. So
you look at them, you wish you could sit down with Trump and have a proper chat with a few beers and whatever else, but you think like
DMT.
Sorry,
he's gonna need DMT.
Yeah,
because he will just interrupt you all the way through it.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, if deep down, like, if for example he says like a Kim Jong Un, and Putin, and I don't know even is that Xi whatever.
Xi Jinping.
Say these people, I wonder if he's been influenced in somehow, and then say, hey, these guys, they got they run the fucking country.
Yeah.
That's their way or the highway.
Yeah.
I want that as well. I'm gonna be that guy as well.
That's legit truth.
He's trying to be like these guys, and I think there's a bit of more resistance because of the type
I'm
of
thinking
people.
with all the stuff that he's gotten away with, if he goes in on his second term and decides he wants to do a third, I reckon he could probably change the law, and they will let him.
If he gets a second term, who knows? Like he's gonna be unstoppable. I think he's gonna be unstoppable.
Yeah.
If he gets through, that will be the weirdest fucking time ever.
Because if he does, he's gonna come for revenge. Because he's a very vengeful guy. Like, you see what he did with the Ruth Bader Ginsburg thing. He put in exactly who he wanted for it. Someone who's going to back him. And then he's replaced about, 100 or something like that? Supreme Court judges or whatever it is.
Oh, that younger woman?
Yeah, like so in his term, in 4 years, he's replaced about 400 judges.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, sorry, 100, not 400. I need to fact check that later, but
he changed some.
Yeah, it is a lot more than any other president has ever done.
So he's changing
yes, and
this
then,
in his own path.
Yeah, as far as it's going to be beneficial to him. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg was she's not supposed to be like usually they don't replace it during an election period. You wait to see whoever wins, and then you replace that. But he replaced that with someone who's going to be...
Well, not yet. She nominated, and then there's like back and forth.
But it is a harder process to do anyway. So it's...
They just try to slow things down because the election now is less than 30 days away. So the Democrats will try to slow things down.
Which takes me back to, does he really have COVID? Because... he can also use the COVID as an excuse not to have the election done in a specific way or as a complaint in between as to why it wasn't fair. So whatever it is, this
another
dude
thing, play the
is fucking
victim.
good. He's good.
But isn't it like narcissism when you're always the victim? Like,
it is. But everyone thinks he's the victim because he gets attacked by media and people make fun of him all the time.
Even in the debate, when he was the one really interrupting all the time. He was, I have to debate you as well as him.
Yeah.
Like, it was a 2 against 1.
He plays the victim game all the time.
Like, he's like a big baby.
Yeah.
He's like a big baby.
Eventually you start to feel, maybe I am victimizing him. No, you're not.
No, I never really feel that way personally, but he's fascinating to watch.
He's the ultimate example of gaslighting, if you ever know what that is.
What is gaslighting?
It's like when you... the typical way is, let's say you slap your girlfriend in the face and she's crying. You're like, you see, I'm sorry, you made me do this to you. I was gonna buy you ice cream, and then now you just that.
Yes.
He does that to the whole of the world who's listening to him. He does things, and then he's like, but we did it for us. Yeah.
If ever was going to a second term, those protests and stuff, mate is gonna spray them with bullets.
Yeah.
There will be he's gonna send a federal.
It's gonna be a real. Yeah, it'll be a real.
That will be ugly.
Because that's what would happen in Russia if people were protesting.
Oh yeah.
They'll just get mowed down.
Did you hear the story when the Kim Jong Un and his dad was Kim Jong Il?
Yeah.
When he died.
It's kind of ironic that he died ill. You gotta do what you gotta do for the kids.
People when there was the funeral, and the people had to pretend to cry.
Yeah.
If you were not crying, you were being taken away.
You're going with him.
So the people were so scared. Can you imagine? We would be dead by now because you would see me like this. I was like, "Fuck! Don't make me laugh."
Eventually
you would be dead, man.
It would eventually turn into a real cry as well, just knowing you're gonna die. People think you're crying for it. Like, well, I'm gonna die.
No, can you imagine how fucked up it is?
Yeah, he's gonna want to do something.
If you're not
that.
sad, I'm killing you.
Yeah, that's what Trump would like.
Oh, you would love that,
Yeah.
But in the US, this will never happen. You know that one of our podcasts that we did with the journalist who was actually like, what book?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
To who? To So Trump didn't like that because he wants someone to shine.
I don't know why the fuck he even went to that interview in the first place.
That was bad.
Yeah. He probably
bad
didn't,
prep.
Yeah. But see, he's done so many worse things since then. We don't even remember that one. Like he's done a lot of weird shit in between then. Now we don't even remember that whole thing.
That one. That's a minute. I mean, it's light years of.
He's literally only been there for almost 4 years. It feels like 15.
But just the last year, it was just with COVID and all that. That year is the longest year ever.
Yeah. Did COVID come out February?
We closed the gym the 23rd of March.
Yeah.
And so I think February was starting to pick up speed a little bit. And, but March was full fledged.
I can't imagine what life was like without it, actually. It's becoming a little bit hard to remember. Remember?
And we got it good here. Can you imagine? And, you know, there's some people, they what we were like in May and June. Canada is like that. I don't know about Europe, and I don't think they do really well. We're one of the rare places in the world at the moment that we can sort of live freely, you know.
All right.
But yeah, it'll be very interesting.
All right, we're gonna wrap Trump. If you have anything else to say in the comments, say it. I don't think he has it, but if you think he has it, prove it.